right? Shalom. First and foremost, so I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Hashem, and the name of Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient biblical Hebrew, Gospel tongue. And I say, Barakatham to the elders, Wahab, and I say, Shalom. Back out here again on the highways and heads to the Chief Lesson Concourse on this Friday afternoon, June the 21st, 2024. And the Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shab once more for giving us an opportunity chance to come out and do so. And Barakatham to the elders, Wahab, and I say, Shalom. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh and the prophecy and senior judge coming to. I'm going to get into that second address, the 9th chapter. This is the second address, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me again to say, measure without the time, literature in itself, without seers and parts of the science past, which I got told before. Right, so we're going to continue to be in the measuring the time, literature in itself, the sound of mom, room, trumpet, now, so whatever. As being the service of prophet, heavenly Father. Like it says in Isaiah 62, verse 1 through verse 7, Joel 20, verse 1, that you continue to have that increasing spiritual discernment of measuring the time, diligently in itself. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. Then thou shalt understand at the very same time the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to continue to begin to visit the world which he made, especially with the weather conditions that we've been seeing, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, the landslides, floodings, famines, pests, and plagues. We're going to, continue to see him visit this earth now, so forth and everything. This is second Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars, and peaks of the world, right, increasing earthquakes and increasing uproars and peaks of the world, we're going to continue to see that increase in these times now. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 4. Then thou shalt understand that the Most High Yahweh spake of these things from the days of before the evil from the beginning. Right, so these very important signs that we're taking heed to, these signs that the Heavenly Father spoke of from the days of before the evil from the beginning. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. Like all that is made in the world, had a beginning and the end is manifested. Right, so the beginning of the end and the end is being manifested with these biblical signs and prophecies. That's about to be fulfilled to come to pass as well. Therefore, all of those signs of it being manifested with the Lord of these modern day signs of the time. Shout out to that brother Yahweh for the prophecy and seeing just come between once again. This is second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even several times also the highest which you have and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith we have in him. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 8. Shall be preserved from said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then they shall be in vindication, they have used my ways, they have cast away the discipleship of the temple. Verse 10, such as in that life they have received because they have not known. Verse 11, they that have told all while they have not lived on this repentance, so long as never did so that now is liar. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 12, the same as you would never left by man. Verse 13, therefore he doth not hear out of the fellowship, but he cry out to righteousness to say, for his creator. This second Ezra chapter 10. It says, oh, speak loud and ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh. Right, so we speak of the words of prophecies unto the children of Israel, whether they hear or whether they forbear. And that these are the very important words that the Heavenly Father put in our mouth as us being his messengers, his servants and prophets in these modern day times, other signs of the times. This is second Ezra chapter 15, verse 2. And he calls them to be written in paper, they are faithful and true. Verse 3, fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the iniquity of them choke thee that speak against thee. Second Ezra, because it makes perfect sense. If you read the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, you're going to be hated of all nations. You're going to be hated of all nations for the Heavenly Father's name. So you're going to be seeing that more and more this time. So we're not going to be phased by that. This is second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. All the unfaithful should be out in their unfaithfulness. Second Ezra 15 verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, that destruction, right? So the Heavenly Father is going to continue to bring that sword, fang, and that destruction throughout the whole planet Earth, which we're seeing right now. And it's only going to increase. We're going to show forth more and more these times. So that's another indicator that the Heavenly Father is going to visit the Earth now. So whenever these type of conditions that we're seeing, it's only going to be increased by the Heavenly Father. How? Just like it says in Psalms 18, verse 7, Isaiah 29, verse 6, and 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. And this is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 6. It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly ruled the whole earth, and her works shall be filled." Right, for wickedness have exceedingly ruled the whole earth, and her works shall be filled, even still to this day. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 7. "Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh," verse 8, "I will hold my tongue no more as they touch their wickedness, which they profane and commit. Neither I will suffer them in those things in which they willfully exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous man cry out to me, and the souls of the just will continue. Verse 9. "Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, when I will show thee things, seem unto you all things of love of one." Verse 10. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them down to dwell in the land of Egypt." Verse 11. "But I will bring them out with a mighty hand, and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the lands thereof." 2nd Ezra 15, verse 12. "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten, and they will come to make an house." Verse 13. "They that took the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail, for the blast of hail will fulfill the consolation." 2nd Ezra 15, verse 14. "Woe to the world and them that dwell within." Verse 15. "But the sword and the destruction are behind one who shall stand up and fight against another." Verse 16. "For there shall be sedition among man, invading one another. They shall not pour out their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Verse 17. A man should desire to go into the city and should not be able to." Verse 18. "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid." Verse 19. "A man shall have no pity for his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of gravity and tribulation." Matthew 24, verse 21, and Matthew 24, and verse 12. Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 28. As prime examples that we're going to be seeing more and more this time. Bring out that Isaiah 19, verse 1. This is Prophet Isaiah 19, verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh brought upon his foot cloud shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved in his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." Isaiah 19, verse 2. "I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom." So the modern day Egyptian against their modern day Egyptian, everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. So we're going to be continuing to see that increasing more and more this time. This is Prophet Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. It says, "The prophets that have been before thee, before the old prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms, and war and pestilence." So we're prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war and pestilence. We're going to see that increase more and more this time. Jeremiah 28, verse 9. It says, "The prophets which prophesy peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh has sent me." That's in Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33 as well too. As I brought out Jeremiah 28 verse 9 as well too. Now if we bring out the Ecclesiasticus, the third chapter. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 1. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time of every purpose under heaven." Because they're, like it says in especially in modern day times, there's a times and seasons and every purpose under heaven. As we continue to see these increasing biblical signs and prophecy that's about to be fulfilled come to pass, and we see that increasing more and more because we are definitely in those modern day times and seasons, of the increasing war, evil, and pestilence that we're seeing in our world today. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 2. "A time to be woke, and a time to be out, and a time to plan, and a time to look at witches." Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 3. "A time to get out ill, and a time to heal, and a time to get down, and a time to get up." Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 4. "A time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance." Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 5. "A time to pass with storms, and a time to gather stones together, and a time to embrace, and a time to pray for others." Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 6. "And a time to give, and a time to lose, and a time to keep, and a time to cast away." Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 7. Any time to pray, any time to sow, any time to decide, any time to speak. Right, so we are, as us, we're getting the service and prophets of the Father. It makes perfect sense because, we are speaking the times of increasing biblical times, increasing prophecies that's about to come to pass and be fulfilled as we see it in our Lord time. It's only going to increase. So we're definitely already in this out of time to speak of prophecies. Measuring time, diligent, occupying prophecies. So that's what our mindset is, and Christian will understand. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. Any time to love, any time of HATE, any time of war, any time of peace. Right, so we're definitely living in a time of war, and we're definitely living in a time of HATE as well, too. Because lawlessness and iniquity is ramping up. WAR is ramping up, increasing more and more. Because it says in 2nd Andrew 16, verse 18. That's a prime example. This Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, the thing that has been that which should be, that which should be done, and that which should be done, there's no new thing in the sun. Right, so there's no new thing in the sun, because this is modern day Babylon, this is modern day Tower of Babel spiritually, this is modern day spiritual Tower of Gomorrah, this is modern day spiritually, this is modern day Lot spiritually as well too. So there's no new thing in the sun. Just like the prophets of old, they was prophesying these great countries, great kingdoms that were evil than peasants. That's what we're saying. That's prophesying these great countries, great kingdoms that were evil than peasants. So it makes perfect sense. There's no new thing in the sun. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 10. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 10. It says, is there anything before that he said, see this was it, and have been already of all time, which was before. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 7. You shall be in the remembrance of things that are to come, those that should come after. This is prophet Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 1. It says, the word that came to Jeremiah, what you have to say, Jeremiah 30 verse 2. Because I spoken of thee, the prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 3. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will cause them to return to the land which I gave to their fathers, they shall possess it. Right, us Israelites. From our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. So that shows you that the Heavenly Father, He's only in the midst of His people, the Israelites. He's not in the midst of those small matters. He's in the midst of the Israelites. He's not in the midst of those IDF Edomites. He's not in the midst of all nations. He's only in the midst of His people, the Israelites. This is Jeremiah 12, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard the voice of trembling and of fear and not of peace. Jeremiah 12, verse 6. Actually, now see whether a man just fulfill the child. Therefore do I see every man with his hands on his hands, as if a man travailed and all the faces alternative temples. Jeremiah 12, verse 7. It says, at last for that day is great, so I'm just like, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, we should say that. So I don't want rocks out that we say about during the time of Jacob's trouble as we approaching those times. I don't want rocks out there with get into that Daniel 12 chapter.
And I'm not offended, it's just so funny because I go like extra.
Daniel 12 verse 1. It says at that time I shall stand up for a prince, who stand for the children of my people, of the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was in Egypt. Even to the same time, at that time thy people shall be delivered, and everyone shall be found written in the book. Daniel 12 verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall son to everlasting life, and son to shame and everlasting temper. That's Daniel 12 verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars of heaven never. Daniel 12 verse 4. And about all things shall the words and seal the book. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. And this is prophet Ezekiel.
And it means like the leader, like the talent. Yeah, so it means like
prophet Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 33. And when it's come to pass, though it come, then it shall know that it has come. Now this is the prophet Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 1. It says, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 2. It says, son of man, set thy face against God and Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Right, so the Heavenly Father put the Spirit on us to prophesy against God and Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, and Tubal, which represents the Russia of the bear. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 3. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, for chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right, so the heavenly Father is against the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and these are modern day times. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put those into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth with all thy armor, horse and horsemen, all the cloak and all sorts of armor, and great number, bucklers and shields, all the weapons swords. Right, so the heavenly Father is going to continue to put that spirit and the hooks back into the jaws of these Russians, to be in that warlike mindset. And that's what we're seeing. You got another news article that just came out, even though it was previously recently, when he recently met with Kim, he met with Kim Jong-un, and I believe he was at some type of press conference or something like that, and he was sending a nuclear warning to the West. As you've been mentioned, as it been mentioned previously, I would say like a week and a half ago, you had Russia announced, Vladimir Putin announced that he had the United States as the number one enemy, to their country. That shows you that the tensions are only going to stir up between Russia in the United States, so the Western countries versus Russia, especially Belarus and Russia versus NATO, EU versus NATO, the Western countries versus Russia as well too. So that's only going to continue to increase while we have the Russia-Ukraine situation is heating up as well too. And plus, Russia been doing a lot of military activities. They've been signing military pact deals, just like they did with Kim Jong-un. They signed that deal. So that shows you that sending that warning to the Western countries and their allies as well too. So the tensions are heating up between both sides. That makes it fine example that Russia. That's why the Heavenly Father is continuing to put that warlike mindset. These Russians being that warlike mindset. That's what we see. As I brought out Ezekiel 38 verse 4. As the Heavenly Father continues to put that look to vaccine the jobs of these Russians and so forth. And as of recently, as of like last week, you had Russia was over there in the Caribbean Sea, over there in Havana, people, doing their military exercise. Now, as of recently, they went down into like Guatemala and Venezuela as well too, to have their presence be known over there because they allies with the nations over there as well too. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5. It says, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, all of them shall be him. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 6. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomor of the north quarters and all his bands with right, especially over there in Iraq and Syria. You have the Turkish armies, Kurdistan armies over there in Western Asia. So it makes perfect sense. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7, and it reads, Be thou prepare for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou a guard unto them. Right, while we see the Russia-Ukraine situation is heating up, what's taking place over there in Western Asia, that's heating up as well too. So it makes perfect sense. Russia is going to be a guard for these nations, Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey. So that's only going to continue to increase. And we're seeing that in progress as we speak. This is the prophet Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 1. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against God and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh thy power. Behold, I am against thee, O God, chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. The prophet Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 2. It says, And I will turn thee back and leave up the sixth part of thee, and I'll cause thee to come up from the north parts, and I will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. The prophet Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 3. It says, And I will smite thy bow on the left hand, and I will cause the arrows to fall on the right hand of the pond. And I'm going to get into that book of Isaiah. This is Isaiah 13, verse 17. It says, Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall they not regard silver as gold, they shall not regard them. Right, that's what we're seeing. Ariyah, Shalom, brother. How about Shemel Shakrakta, Shalom? Right, as I brought out that Isaiah 13, verse 17, you're going to have Russian stir. The Heavenly Father is going to stir up the Medes against the Western country, and that's what we're seeing, especially Russia versus the United States. So that makes perfect sense. And as for silver, as for gold, they should not divide them. Isaiah 13, verse 17. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh, though, when the prophets on the scene, judge will come between. This is Isaiah 17, verse 1. It says, The burden of the masses, behold, the masses is taken away from being exceeding, there should be as one heat. Especially with the cross-border conflicts are heating up between the IDF, the borders of the borders of Israel, and over there in the Golden Heights. You have the Israel Defense Force using airstrikes over there in the area of Syria, Damascus. They're going against the Syrian armies. They're going against the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps and the pro-Iranian groups. You can throw Russia in there as well too. So you're going to see that escalation heating up over there. But we definitely seeing Damascus over there in Syria is taken away from being a signature is it's a war zone torn country over there. It's a battlefield over there. Hey, throughout that whole region over there, it's a battlefield, and it's only going to continue to increase. The prophet Joel, he bugging out across the street. Got mad demons on him. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, for behold, the days come. It said, for behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Right, because Judah and Jerusalem, which represents the Israelites from our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. Joel chapter 3, verse 2, and I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shabbat, Yahweh decision over there in Western Asia. It says, and I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations apart from my name. Right, that's why Jerusalem should be dragged down to the Gentiles in the field. That's what we're seeing. They have scattered the Israelites as well, too. Like it says in Hosea 1, verse 10, Israel should be a society to see. Especially in the book of Isaiah, the outcast of Israel and the dispersed of Judah as well, too. Heavenly Father's coming back for the remnant of Israel people, the Israelites. And out on the rock side, that would be part of them, out on the rock side, Lord willing. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 3. They have cast lot for my people. They have given a word for a harlot, and they sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Right, so the Heavenly Father hasn't forgotten about that. Selling the Israelites, man and girl for both musket and wine, So, hey, it makes perfect sense because the Heavenly Father, He required that which is past and what's taking place as well, too. Joel chapter 3, verse 4. He would have thee to do with me on Tyrians like I would have manifestations. And of course, the Palestine was Ishmaelites. It said, will you render me a recompense if you recognize me swiftly and speedily? And I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Joel chapter 3, verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and carried them into the temple like what the present days. Right, our great forefathers, because we are the apple of the Lord's eye, the Israelites. Joel chapter 3, verse 6. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye so unto the Grecians, right, the Edomites, that ye might remove them far from their border, right, because we've been removed far from our border still to this day. That's why we're still scattered to this day. Judah and Jerusalem were pressed together even to this day. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 6. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye so unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Joel chapter 3, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them up out of the place we passed over, and will turn the recompense upon your own head. Right, so that recompense is definitely come upon their own head as we read in Obadiah 1, verse 15. Obadiah 1, verse 15, Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, Isaiah 14, verse 21. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them up out of the place we passed over, and I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Joel chapter 10, verse 8. It says, I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall set them to the severity, like the severity which people over there out of their enmity. So people far off from the Lord Yahweh has spoken. Right, so these Edomites, these small habitants, they have financed the slave trade. So they're going to be in the hands of the children of Judah, of the Israelites. And so, like Scripture says, he that leading to captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience of the faith of the saints, which are the Israelites. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. The plain is amongst the Gentiles and fair war. Wake up the mighty man, let all men war draw near, not to come up. Right, that's what we see over there in Western Asia. And I believe you had this leader of Hezbollah. I forgot his name. His name is not sure. Or something like that. And he sent out, he sent out a new warning to the Israel Defense Force. Because you got a potential all-out escalations are heating up over there. The borders of Lebanon and Israel. Because you got Hezbollah, which is over there in Lebanon, and then the leader of Hezbollah made that announcement once again. I believe he had a speech yesterday, sending that hardcore warning to the IDF. Because one of their senior leaders, he got killed in a drone strike, I believe, like 2 days ago. So that's going to stir up more tensions, even though we're so used to hearing about and seeing about the escalations on both sides. So that Israel-Lebanon border is going to go into an all-out war, which we see an all-out war over there throughout that whole region over there. So the tensions are only going to spark up between the pro-Iranian groups against the IDF Hezbollah as well too. So that's something going to stir up more and more. And that's the prime example of nation should rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, increasing of wars, rumors of wars, increasing proxy wars, increasing actual wars that we see between the different nations and different kingdoms. That's all going to increase. And then you have the recent escalations are heating up between North Korea and South Korea. And I believe it was a news article that just came out. I seen it last night. So that shows you that the tensions between North Korea and South Korea is heating up. And then you had some North Korean soldiers try to cross the borders of South Korea. And I believe they had shot like warning shots of the ongoing tensions that they have between North Korea and South Korea. And then keep this in mind, not too long ago, you had from the 2018 military pact deal of North Korea and South Korea had separated themselves from that. And recently, like a month and a half ago, you had North Korea and South Korea withdraw themselves from the, they recently withdraw themselves from the, what you call that, military peace deal. And that makes perfect sense because First Thessalonians 5, for when they shall say peace and safety, such discretion come upon them. Hey, Luke 12, verse 51, think not that I come to see peace on earth, I tell you, neighbor, red division. We're going to be seeing great divisions especially between the different arms of nations, so that North Korea versus South Korea is only going to continue to increase. And plus, we're seeing, I believe it was another news article that came out as well, too. You had, as of yesterday, you had South Korea and the United States did a military stealth exercise drills of the ongoing tensions that they have between North Korea. So that North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States, that's only going to escalate more and more, especially what's taking place over there in the disputed territorial islands of China versus the Philippines. That's only going to escalate more and more. And what's taking place over there in the South China Sea, that's only going to continue to increase. China getting closer and closer to invading Taiwan. The United States is going to have to get involved in that. The United States is going to have to get involved in that disputed territorial islands of China versus the Philippines. Because as of a couple of days ago, we had the United States sent another nuclear drone towards China over the Philippines, because the United States is increasing allies with the Philippines. They are military allies. They are financial allies with them as well too. So that disputed territorial islands, you got the Japhetic nations over trying to dispute over the island because they call China the big bully over there in that area. So you're going to have all many different nations over there. You're going to have Australia, you're going to have Indonesia, you're going to have the Asian countries throughout that whole area trying to claim the disputed territorial islands over there. So it's a beautiful thing to look at. That's what they call and that definitely goes into that wars and rumors of wars and the Joel 3 verse 9. So these are just prime examples of the Heavenly Father put that warlike mindset of these armies of nations. And that's what we're saying. So it's only going to continue to increase, especially what's taking place over in Western Asia. That's going to heat up the Azerbaijan-Armenia situation. That's going to continue to rise. That Venezuela versus Guyana situation, that's only going to increase. And all the, especially the Russia-Ukraine situation, Belarus and Russia. That's Belarus and Russia together versus the NATO, EU versus NATO. So we're going to see this increasing more and more these times. As we see in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter is in full effect. Ezekiel, the 39th chapter is in full effect. Isaiah 17 verse 1 is in full effect. Jeremiah 51 verse 46 is in full effect. And Joel, the 3rd chapter is in full effect. Revelation 7 verse 14 is full effect. And call Allah Yahweh chapter. Yeah, so this is Joel chapter 3 verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare for make up the monument of all the wars. Joel chapter 3 verse 10, the beach of the plowshares and the swords and the honey goats and the spears. And let the weak say I'm strong. Right now, I'm starting to see let the weak say I'm strong. And I'll say like a couple of days ago, you had a like a couple of days. Yeah, like a couple of days ago, I did a sit-down lesson on it about the UN watchdog, which is watching Iran's every move to continue to building up their uranium of nuclear capabilities. We've been seeing that increasing as well too. From previous years as of recently as well too. So we're going to continue to see that increasing from Iran building up their nuclear capability, and North Korea, we're going to continue building up their nuclear capability as well too. So we're going to continue to see that increase. That's a prime example that we say I'm strong. Beat your plowshares with your swords and plenty goods into spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. We're going to continue to see that increasing more and more in these times. And that's a beautiful thing. Hey, call Allah Yahbashim al. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about this, and cause almighty ones to come down over your house. Joel chapter 3 and verse 12. Let the heathen be awakened and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, gather the house of God. There I will send you all the Joel chapter 3 and verse 13. Look, you be in the signal of the house of Israel, coming to down, the rest of the full, and fast of the full, that with these is great.
Be the last motherfucking free.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 13.
Be the last motherfucking free. Be the last motherfucking free.
This is Joel chapter 3 verse 14. It says, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is in the valley of decision. Right, so the day of the Lord Yahweh is near the valley of decision. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh. Prophets on the scene, just become between. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 15. It says, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars will draw their shining. Joel 3 verse 16. The Lord Yahweh shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. It says, and the heaven and the earth shall shake, but the Lord Yahweh shall be his hope. Joel 3 verse 17. So it says, so the Lord Yahweh will prosper the dwelling in Zion, our holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be open, and there shall no strangers pass the word anymore. Joel 9 verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down with dew, and the hill shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountain shall come forth. The house of the Lord Yahweh shall order the valley of Shittim. Joel 10 verse 19. It said, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Egypt shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed some blood in their land. Joel 10 verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem for generations and generations. Joel chapter 10 verse 21. For I will cleanse that blood that I have not cleansed, for the blood I will dwell in Zion, right Zion to Zion. This is Amos 8 verse 11. Right, so as we see in the valley of Jehoshaphat is heating up, and it makes perfect sense, like I mentioned again. So the Heavenly Father is pleading with them for his people, for his heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations of part of his land. That's why we're seeing the valley. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh, the prophets on the scene, just become between. So that's why we see in the valley of Jehoshaphat is heating up over there, because there's a controversy in Zion to Zion. So, but I'm gonna switch up the topic and get into the Amos, the 8th chapter, as we see in the famine of the world as we approach those times. And this is Amos 8 verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, but thirst. It said, nor thirst for water, but the hearing of the words of the Lord Yahweh, thy power. Right, so it's going to be a famine of words as well, too, for like a bread, for like water, but the hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So as we're approaching those times. Amos 8 verse 12. Amos 8 verse 12. It says Amos 8 verse 12, and they shall Amos 8 verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the words of the Lord Yahweh and shall not find them. Right, so many shall run to and fro, and many shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of the Lord Yahweh and shall not find them. These are the times we're about to approach. Amos 8 verse 13, it says, in that day shall the fair virgins speak down and affect the lips. Right, so as I brought up that Jeremiah 30 verse 1, Daniel 12 verse 1 through verse 4, and then Amos 8 verse 11, we're about to enter the family word as well too. Now I'm going to bring up Jeremiah the 51st chapter as we continue to see modern day Babylon's fall and so on. Before I bring that out, bring up the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 verse 1. It says, now stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower where I will watch the secret, where I will say unto me, when I shall answer when I reprove them. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. It says, and Lord, I will answer and say, right things and make sweet.
No problem. Era yo pensaba que era para.
Oh, okay. I
Do
can
you watch the TV show or do you play games?
This is Habakkuk 2 verse 2. It says, the Lord Yahweh answered and said, by division, make one architect, and he made one agreement for them. Right. So, hey, so the vision shall from the point of time, but at the end shall speak. Not lie, Terry. Wait for it because it should come. So the end is that speaking, with these increasing biblical signs and prophecies is about to be fulfilled. So the vision is yet for the point of time, but at the end is definitely speaking. Because we are living in modern day times of Habakkuk. So definitely the vision is the vision at the point of time, and the end is definitely it speaking. Not lie, Terry. Wait for it because it should come. Not Terry. Hey, so these biblical signs is not going to Terry. These prophecies come to pass and fulfilled. It's not going to Terry. This Habakkuk 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for the point of time, but at the end shall speak. Not lie, Terry. Wait for it because it should come. It will not Terry. Yeah. Now I'm going to get into that Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51 verse 1. Jeremiah 51 verse 1. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in Mizpah, that rise up against me and destroy them away. Jeremiah 51 verse 2. I will send unto Babylon's family that shall vanish from his body, and shall surely return. Jeremiah 51 verse 3. And against him that did bold that his heart been spoken, and against him that lifted himself up in his right, where he not for revealing that destroyed you by the arm of hosts. Jeremiah 51 verse 4. Thus slain, it said, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans. They that are still their fruits. Jeremiah 51 verse 5. For Israel has not been forsaken from Judah, like his power doing your house of hosts. The land that was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Jeremiah 51 verse 6. Flee out of this of Babylon, and love every man's soul. Be not cut off for her iniquity. But this is the time to bring out thy power of vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Jeremiah 51 verse 7. It says, Babylon had made no covenant with the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunk. The nations had drunk with wine, like still to this day. But this is a modern day Tower of Babylon. This is a modern day Babylon. Because all the nations have been drunk in other ways of Babylon. Especially what it promotes, evilness, wickedness, unrighteous decrees, even still to this day. Jeremiah 51 verse Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Babylon has an important government for the house. They made all of the drunk. The nations have drunk wine, therefore the nations are mad. Jeremiah 51 verse 8. Babylon has fallen, restored out for her to take on for the pain, so that she so that showed me that there's no healing for modern day Babylon. As we continue to see modern day Babylon collapse and decline now so more than ever. And that's a beautiful thing. A call and law, Yahweh. It's Jeremiah 51 verse 8. Babylon suddenly fallen and destroyed, how for her take on for the pain. It said that she may be healed. Jeremiah 51 verse 9. It says, who had healed Babylon, but she's in. It says, forsake her, let her go in the hands of his own country. Judgment reach up to the heavens, and look up into the sky. Jeremiah 51 verse 10. It says, the Lord Yahweh has brought forth our righteousness. Woman, let us declare tonight, and worship the Lord Yahweh our God. Jeremiah 51 verse 11. Make right the arrows and gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh has raised up the spirit of dangerous and Russians. Just like it says in Isaiah 13 verse 17. It says, for his device against Babylon is destroyed. It is the vengeance for Yahweh that makes up his temple. Jeremiah 51 verse 12 set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Made by strong, set up the launch with the bear, the embassy for the Lord Yahweh has opened lies. And done that she spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Jeremiah 51 verse 14. It said, all about the blood on the church, I need this money to measure of my references. Jeremiah 51 verse 14. The Lord Yahweh of hosts has sworn by himself soon, saying, surely I will build thee as a battlefield. They shall live on a shout against thee. Jeremiah 51 verse 15. He had made the world his power. He had established the world by his wisdom. He had expressed out the heavens by his understanding. Jeremiah 51 verse 16. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of force in the heavens. He causes the vapors to ascend from the earth. He maketh like the rain. He bringeth forth the wind and destruction. Jeremiah 51 verse 17. It said, any man's ruin by his knowledge, every man is confounded by great people. But his most is also the national. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 18. They are vanity and works every time that vegetation that shall perish. This is verse 19. It says, the portion of Jacob is not given. home of all things. Israel's promise, inheritance, and glory to have the hosts of things. Jeremiah 51 verse 20. Thou hast restored to thee and prepared the peace of the nations. Thee have restored food. Jeremiah 51 verse 20. Jeremiah 51 verse 21 reads, thee will break pieces of horse, thee will break pieces of chariot and verse 22. It says, the thee will also break in pieces man and woman, the thee will break pieces of old and young, the thee will break pieces of young man and maid. Verse 23. It says, thou will also break pieces the shepherd and his flock, the thee will break pieces the husband and his yoke of oxen, the thee will break pieces captives. Verse 24. It says, I will run up to Babylon all the inhabitants of China, all the evil that they had done in Zion, since I will be your sight, saith the Lord Yahweh. Jeremiah 51 verse 25. It says, behold, I will get thee out of true family, saith the Lord Yahweh, will destroy all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rocks, I will make thee a burnt mountain. Jeremiah 51 verse 26. They shall not take up thee a stone from the corner. It says, for the foundation, thou shalt be destined forever, saith the Lord Yahweh. Jeremiah 51 verse 27. Set up these standards in the land, golden trumpet among the nations, prepare when they serve, calling together against the kings of Azrael, as he comes, and appointing a fabric of Israel. Also, the hosts of coming out of the Catholic, against the nations, spiritual beings. They have to all the rulers of all the nations. Jeremiah 51 to make the land out of the desolation by captivity. Jeremiah 51 verse 40. A mighty man of Babylon has been born to fight. They could remain in the holes that might have filled. They become instrument. They had grown up. This is a large group. Yeah, so we're going to continue to see increase.
I've got that saying about, well, I had it.
And this is Revelation 18 verse 1. It says, after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was like with his glory. Revelation 18 verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon is fallen, it's fallen. It's become the habitation of deceivers, and it goes with every foul spirit, and occasion every unclean, HATE, that's the word. Revelation 18 verse 3. For all the nations have shown his wine, the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication. And the earth are waxed rich through the abundances of her devils. Revelation 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her body, that should be not protected from sins, and receive none of her plagues. Right, for the Israelites, we got to come out of the ways of Babylon mentally and spiritually. They amongst evilness and wickedness and unrighteous greed. Revelation 18 verse 5. For her sins have risen to heavens, and your outcast earth will be Revelation 18 verse 16. For her even she reward you judgment, and judgment unto her according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her government. Revelation 18 verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived in this, so amidst torment and sorrow with her, for she hath seen her heart. I say, Revelation 18 verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come upon dead. Yes, she shall be strong as no judgment. Revelation 18 verse 9. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. It says, shall dwell her planet for her, and shall see the smoke of her. Revelation 18 verse 10. Standing afar off the atonement, saying, at last, that great city, Babylon. It says, that mighty city, for 1 hour by the judgment. Revelation 18 verse 11. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy. Revelation 18 verse 12. It says, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls.
I'm not gonna lie, I might fucking take your yours, I'm being honest.
Thy wood and all manner of vessels, ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and brass and iron and marble. Revelation 18 verse 13. It says, in the city of horses and donkeys and frankness and wine and gold, and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and swords and men. Revelation 18 verse 14. It says, and the fruit of thy lusts after are depart from thee, and all the things which were dainty and goodly are depart from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Revelation 18 verse 15. It says, the purchase of these things which were made is that rich by her is that far off, but the fear of atonement we can bless. Revelation 18 verse 16. saying at last, that great city that was full of fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Revelation 18 verse 7. It says, "For before them so great riches come to come, and the shipmaster of all the company of ships." It says, "And sailors and many that strayed by sea stood far off." Revelation 18 verse 18. It says, "And they cried when they saw the smoke of the word, saying, and they cried when they saw the smoke of the word, saying, What's in the angel absent? Revelation 18 verse 9. And they cast dust in their heads, and they cried, willing, saying, at last, that great city, working made rich by our ships and things, by reason of the multitude of the one hour she is made desolate." Revelation 18 verse 10. It says, "The voice of the word out heaven, the holy apostles and prophets, the hour has risen you of earth." Revelation 18 verse 21. "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus will God tell that great city of the heaven, it shall be found no more at all." Revelation 18 verse 22. It says, "And the voice of the harpers and musicians, and of the pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in the sea, and the flies that ever cried to me shall be found any more in the sea. The sound of the millstone shall be heard no more at all in the sea." Revelation 18 verse 23. It says, "The light of the candle shall be shined no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy virtue shall be a great name on the earth, or by sorceries, for all nations to see." Revelation 18 verse 24. "And those was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints, and all were slain on the earth." So we're going to continue to be in that spirit of, we're going to continue to be in the spirit of shutting down modern day Babylon now. So whenever, as I brought out Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, in Revelations, the 18th chapter as well too. Yeah, I'm finna, man, that smell bad. Man, I'm finna get into that. I'm finna get into Revelations, the 13th chapter, as we continue to push forth and prophesy more about the central digital currency of this cashless society and what we're about to see.
I don't know why I in my head, but
This is what we're about to enter into. This Revelations 13 verse 16. It says that Paul's are all those small threats which warfare upon to receive a karagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEADS. Right, so in order to buy or sell, the RFID and the CHIP of this technology that they want you to they want you to buy or sell, because this is what we're about to enter into. Because the paper dollar, that's going to be a thing to pass as they push forth this, digital dollar, central digital bank currency of a cashless society. This is what we're getting closer and closer to entering into. So even if you're upper class or lower class of the economic spectrum of all the races of the planet Earth, they're going to want you to have that RFID and CHIP. And this is what we're pushing forward and prophesying more and more. This is a major prophecy that's about to be fulfilled and come to pass. So we're definitely seeing it being shown forth more and more this time. Revelations 13 verse 17. "And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the Barak, or the name of the BEAST, or the number of his name." Right. So like I mentioned again, just like I touched on just now, in order to buy or sell, if you don't have that RFID and the CHIP, it's technology that they want you to store in your body of all the nations of the planet Earth, of the economic spectrum, of the upper class and lower class, and you won't be able to buy or sell. This is what we're about to enter into. That's why we tell the children of Israel, be not partaker of them, but be partaker of the ways of the Father, the righteous path and the righteous ways of the Father, because he's going to make a way for us as we approach those times. Revelation 13 verse 18, "Hear his wisdom, let him have understanding, count the number of the BEASC, for his number of his name. And his number is SIX 364 SIX." This Revelation. This Revelations 14 verse 8. It says, "And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made nations drunk of the wine of wrath of fornication." Right, this in the day. But that shows you that this is a modern day Tower of Babel spiritually, and this is a modern day Babylon as well too, especially the system of Babylon. This is Revelations 14 verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the BEASC in his image, receive his prerogative in his FOREHEAD or in his hand." Right, as I bring out this next scripture, there's going to be an ultimate penalty if you worship this BEAST. If you worship this image and take his prerogative, which is the upper part of your body, the rock part of your body, it's going to be an ultimate penalty for that, especially the children of Israel. That's why we warn the children of Israel. That's why we're out here on the highways and hedges as we push forth about this MOTP of this RFID and CHIP that they want you to store in your body. So we tell the children of Israel, be not particular of them, whether they hear what for here. But we can continue to send Israel out that warning. So have the Father order us to come out with the highways and hedges to warn the Israelites about these soon become prophecies that's about to be fulfilled and these enemies of biblical signs that we're seeing in our world today. We prophesy about it, we speak about it. They know, and this is a major prophecy of the MOTP as far as CHIP. This Revelation, got Revelation 14, verse 8, and therefore they heard the angel saying, "Thou must fall. That great sea, because she is made the nation sharp and wine and wrath of fornication." Revelation 18, verse 9, it says, "And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, and many men worship HEASC in his image, receiving his prerogative and his apple heart, HEAD, in his hand." Revelation 14, verse 10, "The same shall drink of the wine and wrath of Yahweh, which poured without mixture in the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb." Revelation 14, verse 11, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. They have the rest day or night who worship the HEASC in his angel, and whosoever received their prerogative in his name." This Revelation 3, verse 10, it says, "Because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Right, so we're approaching those times of the hour of temptation. I want rock side that the Heavenly Father will keep us from the hour of temptation. We're willing to know. Now we get into that verse 9. This first round, verse 15. It says, "No other world is in the world, then man loves the world." So we're not supposed to love the ways of this world, but love the ways of Heavenly Father out. Even though everything's in balance, even though we're the other world, we're supposed to love the ways of Heavenly Father. Verse 16. It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and pride of life is not the Father, it is of the world." Right, so the lust of the flesh and pride of life is not the Father, it is of the world. So we want to love the ways of Heavenly Father, not love the ways of this world. So we gotta have our minds mentally and spiritually. Even though we're of the world, we're not of it, but mentally and spiritually, we gotta come out of the ways of this world with most evil and wickedness and unrighteous creation. So we gotta come out of those ways mentally and spiritually, coming back to the ways of Heavenly Father, seeking the righteous path and the righteous ways of Heavenly Father. Come back to who we actually are as being the sons and daughters of the Heavenly Father, and not our and come back to being the Israelites, the sons and daughters of the true and come back to our true creator. So coming back to his ways, because his ways are pure and righteous, so it makes perfect sense. But mentally and spiritually, we cannot have our mindset and those and fears and cares in this lifestyle, but the ways of the Yahweh Shem Shach. 1 John 20, verse 17, it says, "The world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that does the will of Yahweh abides forever." Right, so the world passeth away and the lust of the flesh, but he that does the will of Yahweh abide forever. So I want rock side that we continue in that path and abide in the ways of Heavenly Father.
You hear that right on here, baby. Stop here.
I mean, I should. I know, you're right.
Slovakia. This is the book of Romans 12, verse 1. Yep, Romans 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Right, so this is our reasonable service beside the Heavenly Father. Come out here on the highways and hedges, the chief best concourse, lifting up the names of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Continue making my home sure and bidding Israel to marriage now, so we'll never to the best of our ability. So this is our reasonable service. This is our reasonable service beside the Heavenly Father. This is Romans. It says, Romans 12, verse 1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. It's Romans 12, verse 2. It says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what's good and acceptable and perfect in the will of Yahweh. Right, so we got to continue to be renewed in our mind, come out the ways, come out the ways of this world, come back to the ways of that's what's perfect and acceptable on the side of the will of Yahweh. And that's coming back to bear the Israelites prophesy unto the wind, prophesy unto the children of Israel, tell them who they actually are, what's going on in the world today, and then prophesy unto the nations, and then tell the children of Israel that they are the Israelites. Come back to the Heavenly Father, seek Him now, so Lord, never continue making my call not sure. I do have privacy, sounding my own room, choking out some more. That's our reasonable service inside the Heavenly Father, and how of Israel, and being not conformed to the ways of this world, being renewed in our mind towards the righteous path and the righteous ways of the Heavenly Father.
When I hit the bed bug guy,
This Romans 13, verse 11. It says, "In that time, and now is high time we have to now Romans 13, verse 11. It says, in that time, and now is high time we have to and now is our salvation that we believe." Right, so for us Israelites, as the Heavenly Father showing us these biblical signs and prophecies that's about to fulfill come to pass as we approach closer and closer to those things. Hey, now's that time, high time we got to see the children of Israel. Father, Heavenly Father still got His arms still stretched out still, and we still have the ultimate chance to return back unto Him as being the sons and daughters of the Heavenly Father. So now's that high time we got to see us Israel. This is Romans 13, verse 12. I got Romans 13, verse 12. It says, we got Romans 13, verse 12. It says, the night is far spent, the days are at hand. It says, Romans 13, verse 12, the night is far spent, the days are at hand. Let us worship. It says, Romans 13, verse 12, the night is far spent, the days are at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Let us put on the armor of light. Right, so the night is far spent, the days are at hand. Let us put on cast off the works of darkness and put on the whole armor of Yahweh. Romans 13, verse 14. Let us walk honestly, not being private in chambers, not in the chamber of wantonness, not in strife. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh that the prophet on the scene, judgment come between. Get to that First Thessalonians as always. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "But at the time of ceasing, brethren, indeed that I write unto you." First Thessalonians 5, verse 2. It says, "For yourself in the Lord, that the day of the Lord Yahweh should come as a thief." Right, as us being the servants and prophets of the Heavenly Father, we need to continue to be on the watch. As we see in Dr. Jehoshaphat, as he would, as the Heavenly Father, as he continued to gather the nations up over in the area for pleading with them for for his people and his heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations. And the Heavenly Father showing us these increase of biblical signs. So once all these signs come to pass and be fulfilled, the Heavenly Father, the hour should come as a thief in the night. So it makes perfect sense. That's why we continue to be on the watch. As being a watch, as continue to be servants and prophets of the Heavenly Father. First Thessalonians 5 verse 2, it said, for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh shall come as a thief in the night. First Thessalonians 5 verse 3, but when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction come upon them. As if only which are built and all they want with a child, they shall not escape. First Thessalonians 5 verse 4, we ye brethren are not from darkness, that the day shall overtake you as a thief. First Thessalonians 5 verse 5. You are the children of the light, like us in light. You the children of Satan, you are not of the night, nor of darkness. First Thessalonians 5 verse 6. It says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch ourselves. First Thessalonians 5 verse 7. It said, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunk, are drunk. First Thessalonians 5 verse 8. It said, but let us not who are, it said, let us who are of the day be so putting on the first place, your faith, love, the helmet. It says, and for the helmet, and hope of salvation. And this is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, this new also in the last days perilous times shall come. Right, so also in the latter days perilous times shall come, as we are getting closer and closer entering those times, once it comes into full effect. We definitely see the signs of it because it's going to come into full effect. This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 2. The man should be loving to himself, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents, and faithful. This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 3. It says, without natural affection, truth breaks, false accusers, and intent, abuse, sponsors, those are good. Like Isaiah 5, verse 20. This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 4. It says, traitors, hideous, high minded, the lovers of pleasure more than the lovers of the outward. Right, traitors, hideous, high minded, the lovers of pleasure more than the lovers of the outward. 2 Timothy 3, verse 5, having a forward confidence with 9 pounds for officers turned away. Like you might have in parallel of many shall turn away. That's only going to increase in the same. 2 Timothy 3, verse 6. For it says, for of this sort they which creep into the house. They captive the woman, they go to sin, they go to die for lust. 2 Timothy 3, verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. 2 Timothy 3, verse 8. And Janice and Jeffers restore Moses. So it says, so good deeds also resist the truth. Man of corrupt minds, reprobation, serving the faith. 2 Timothy 3, verse 9. They shall receive no further because their Father shall manifest. So all things as they are also opposed. 2 Timothy 3, verse 10. For thou hast fully known like an oldest of faith, like the subject of patience. In this 2 Timothy 3, verse 11, the persecution and affliction which came to me in Antioch, I blame the affliction with my persecution. And to do all of the things I look for, and how would I power to deliver you? So that's going to be occurring a lot in 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. That's how I just brought out here. See if I got to look at Ephesians 6 chapters as well too. Got this. This is Ephesians 6 verse 10. It says, "Find my brother, be strong in the Lord in the power of His might." So we got to continue to be strong in the Lord and trust in the power of His might, especially in these times. As the days get evil and the days progress on, we get in these perilous times, perilous times. This is Ephesians 6 verse 11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh that you may be able to withstand against the bodies." But I say us Israelites, and that's being the service of prophets of the Heavenly Father. We got to continue to put on the whole armor of Yahweh in our lives for it too. Especially the Israelites that they still got that don't know the real Israel. Yeah, they got to continue to put on the whole armor as well too. and then seeking and searching the wisdom and understanding from the Heavenly Father's house and come back to you being this much. We're going to need that these times. Just like it says in Isaiah 33, verse 6, wisdom and knowledge show you stability in my times, the strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord, and how my house is tripping. So we got to continue to So we got to continue to put on the whole armor of Yahweh. This is Ephesians 6, verse 12. I'm going to read verse 11 here. It says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the sea. Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the body of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 6, verse 13. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh that you may be able to withstand the evil day and have done all to stand. So we got to continue to put on the whole armor so we're able to withstand the evil day and have done all to stand. We're definitely approaching those times as we see it, as we get closer and closer to it, slowly but surely, it's only going to increase as we approach those times. This is Ephesians 6, verse 14. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girded up with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Ephesians 6, verse 15. It says, and your feet should be the preparation to the gospel of peace. Ephesians 6, verse 16. Loving all, taking the shield of faith, and wherefore we should be able to quench all the fire of Ephesians 6, verse 17. It says, taking the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Yahweh. Ephesians 6, verse 18. Praying always with all prayer, supplications in the Spirit, and washing their hands, and with all preservation, supplication for all the saints. This is Ephesians. Yes, this is Ephesians 5, verse 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Right, so we gotta continue to walk circumspectly. Watch out for our surroundings. We gotta continue to walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Ephesians 5, verse 16. Redeem the time because the days are evil. Right, so we got to continue to redeem the time because the days are only going to get evil as we approach those times. 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, Matthew 24, verse 21. 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter, 2nd Ezra, 16th chapter, Jeremiah 30, verse 7, Daniel, the 12th chapter, and these are the times we're about to enter into. So we got to continue to be circumspect and watch out surroundings, not as we fools, but as we wise. And we got to continue to redeem the time because the days are only evil during this time. And Ephesians 5, verse 16, redeem the time because the days are evil. Ephesians 5, verse 17. Wherefore we need not be wise, but understanding what the will of the Lord and how it is. Hey, shout out to that brother Howard, the prophecy and seed judgment coming to him. This is Ephesians 5, verse 18. He did judgment from where he says, when you feel the spirit. So we got to continue to walk with wisdom towards them without evil times. Jake talking about some Jesus Christ. Jehovah Witness, Jesus Christ. Jake Bug.
Just to see that kind of communication.
So this his name is not Jesus Christ, it's Yahweh Shah. Now let's get into the book of Luke. We got this book of Luke 17. We got this book of Luke 17, verse 28. It says, likewise also in the days of Lot, they did, they eat, they drink, they rope, and sow, they plant. So that shows you that this is the modern days of our Lot spiritually. It's our great forefather, Lot, he was vexed with the fifth conversation. But that shows you that this is a modern day spiritually side of the whole. This is a modern days of Lot as well too. This is Luke 17, verse 31. It says, in that day he shall be upon the housetop. His stuff is in the house, and let him not come down to take away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Luke 17, verse 32. Remember Lot's wife. All right, so we remember Lot's wife, and she looked back and she got turned into a cup of salt. So we're not looking back, we're looking forward to the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shab and establish on righteousness. So we're not going to look back, we're going to look forward to the kingdom of Yahweh. And this is Luke 17, verse 33. It said, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Luke 17, verse 34. It says, I tell you, in that night there should be two men, and one should be taken and the other shall be left. Luke 17, verse 7, Luke 17, verse
And I
35.
said, let's meet in the
Two
middle.
women shall be grinding together, and one shall be taken and the other left. Luke 17, verse 36. Two men shall be in the fields, and one shall be taken and the other left.
But I always feel like it's
Luke
funny.
17, verse 37. It says, they answer and say unto him, wherefore you say unto me, he says unto them, whosoever the body is still, and the eagles is gathered together. So that shows you that this is the modern days of Noah, this is modern days of Babylon, this is modern days of Gomorrah, so that's another thing on Sunday. And so got this book of Luke chapter 12 and verse 51. Got Luke 12 verse 51. It says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth by taking every revelation. Right, so Heavenly Father is going to bring revelation on earth. As I reference that scripture of Mark 3 verse 23 into verse 26. So think that, just like how Washington said, think not that I come to seek peace on earth by taking every revelation. That's why we're going to see a lot of seditions, upwards, people who a lot of iniquities, a lot of judgments. So the sun going to increase more in this time. It's 12 verse 52. It said, for from henceforth there should be five on the house of God and bread against two and two against three. 12 verse 53. It says, the father shall be divided against the son, the son against the father, and the mother against the mother, and the brother against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the mother. 12 verse 54. He said also to the people when you see that cloud rise like a great head, you say their they shall so it is. Luke 12 verse 55. It says, and when you see the south of the glory, say, there will be heat and come to pass. Luke 12 verse 56. Ye hypocrites, you discern the face of the sky and not the earth, but how's that you do not discern the time? Right, so Wadi Al-Bashir al-Shab, for put the spirit in us to be able to discern the times and the times we live in. That's why we're measuring the time, judging yourself for yourself, and all of them, showing ourselves. So that shows you that the God in this world have blind minds of people that wish not believe. Because the wisdom of this world is foolishness, so it's not to have the Father. So that shows you that this is a modern days of Noah. People eating and drinking and giving to marriage. And modern days of Lot. They sow, they plant, they build. So, hey, how's that even the sun in the face of the sky on this earth at the summertime? Now I'm going to get into that book of Mark 3 and verse 1.
But it won't fit there. Or they give my next round shot to somebody else.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 23. It says, he called to him and saying unto them in a parable, how can Satan pass from Satan? Mark 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided into itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Right, so you're going to have great divisions amongst the kingdoms. So if a kingdom is divided into itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So we're going to be seeing this increasing more and more, just like I wrote about Luke 12, verse 54, so it makes perfect sense. It's Mark 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided into itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So you're going to have kingdoms within itself divided against one another. You're going to have one kingdom outside the kingdom rising against the other. This Mark 3, verse 25. It says, and if the house is divided against itself, the house cannot stand. Right, so if the house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. Just like I brought out Luke 12, first chapter. I would say Luke 12 and verse 52, verse 53. And that verse that I quoted. And this is Mark 3 and verse 27. Verse 26 a lot. Yeah, Mark 3 and verse 26. It says, and Satan rise up against himself, but man cannot stand but have an end. Right, Revelation 12 verse 12, the host of the season going to come to have great wrath, and they have a short temper. And then we're going to see Satan rise against himself, and then it's going to have an end. That's what we're seeing. That's the beautiful thing. They call Allah Yahweh. Second Edges, verse 5, the beginning of the end, it is being manifest. The end of his wicked worship is coming to naught. That's why we are prophesying against him. Prophesying against modern day Saturday war, prophesying against modern day Mount Seir. We're prophesying against God and Magog, which we shake two balls for too. And that's a beautiful thing. Hey, call Allah Yahweh. Hey, second Edges 6 and verse 9. Esau's in the world, check the that fall. got Mark Twain, verse number 6. And if Satan rise up against himself, and God cannot stand but have to now let's get into that. Matthew 24th chapter. Yeah, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you cannot trouble for all these things when the first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so we're going to see these rising, increasing of these wars and rumors of wars between the different nations and different kingdoms. It's going to rise up between one another. That's why we're seeing nuclear escalations and tensions are rising up at an all-time high. We're going to continue to see that increase in these times. And it's a beautiful thing to witness that. It's not going to increase in the side of Yahweh Shem Shak, and call upon Yahweh Shem Shak. Revelations, I'm going to talk about some Revelations. I meant to say Matthew 24, verse 7. It says, a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Right, so you're going to have one nation rising up against itself, and one nation rising up against another nation. One kingdom within itself rising up against one another. Then you're going to have one kingdom rising up against another kingdom. And we're going to continue to see that increase in this time. This is Matthew. It says, a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, right? Famine of the word that's approaching as well, too, for like bread and like a milk. The hearing of the words of the heavenly Father, how. That's in Amos 8, verse 11 to verse 13. And it says, in pestilence, we're going to see the pestilence as well, too. But you got two different types of categories of pestilence. The weather conditions, tornadoes, earthquakes, landslides, floods, and pestilence and plagues. And then your other category of pestilence and plagues that we've been seeing as a personal. We've been seeing we've been seeing the measles outbreak, polio outbreak, this bird flu outbreak, this disease X, So we're going to be seeing this increasing going on these times. And earthquakes in diverse places, like high magnitude of earthquakes in diverse places, that we're going to be seeing increasing going on these times. It makes perfect sense, like it says in Second Hedges 9th chapter, and the Heavenly Father going to visit this earth now, so we're going to see it more and more increasing. Matthew 24, verse 8. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. So all these are the beginnings of sorrows that we see in the Lord. Just like it says in 2nd Hedges 16, verse 18. The beginning of famines, death, the beginning of great sorrows. And then we're going to see this increasing going on this time, just like Matthew 24, verse 8, 2nd Hedges 16, verse 18 as well, too. That's how I paraphrase those scriptures. Matthew 24, verse 9. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and they shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Right, so that great persecution is going to come. It's like our great forefathers, they suffered heavy persecution, for standing up for righteousness, and standing up for heaven, Father, power, standing up for their people, even though they was getting scoffed and mocked by their own people, from the other nations. That's when we see these modern times as well too. So we're not going to be like that. All nations for the heavenly Father's name's sake. Standing up for righteousness, standing up for the heavenly Father, now so more than ever. So we're going to be seeing that more and more these times. Heavy persecution. That's why the family word is going to come as well too. It's going to come fast and be fulfilled. So we're definitely already in those times. We're going to see it increase. So we're surely going to see it more and more these times. So we're definitely going to continue to be hated for this. We're going to be hated for all nations for the heavenly Father names. Matthew 24, verse 10. Then shall many be offended, and they shall betray one another, and they shall hate one another. Right, so many shall be offended, many shall betray one another, many shall hate one another. We're going to be seeing that more and more this time. That's why lawlessness and iniquity is going to ramp up, and judgment is going to increase. Matthew 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall receive. Hey, just like you had that, I did a sit-down lesson on it last night. You had this Edomite over there in northern Texas. I believe he was like Donald Trump's secret pastor or something like that, because he was at a mega church, and then he got exposed. Ever since it was like a story way back then, so ever since 1982, because he had sexual abuse at 12 years old. And this is an Edomite, and he's supposed to be the man of the Yahweh Shem Shai. I guess not, and that makes perfect sense. Many false prophets shall arise and shall be deceived. And they being exposed. These Edomite pastors and teachers in these different congregations, non-denomination. That's what he was. He was a non-denomination at a mega church down in northern Texas. And this Edomite got exposed. Hey, we've been seeing a lot of cases of the elders, and the elders were Akim been exposed to these Edomite pastors and teachers. in the schools. And that's a beautiful thing. Hey, Paul, like y'all watching the chat. We're gonna see more of that gonna be brought out in these last days. And this is Matthew's. We got Matthew's 24 verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. It's like in the upper chapter, the upper part, the beginning of the chapter of Matthew 24 chapter. It says, "Take heed that no man deceive you." Shout out to that brother Yahweh, the prophecy of seeds that come to it. And just like Scripture says in Matthew 24 chapter, "Take heed that no man deceive you." You know, in John 8 verse 32, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." This is Matthew's. I'm waiting for this to go past. It's Matthew 24 verse 12. It says, because iniquity shall abound, another many shall exploit. Right, so because iniquity shall abound, another many shall exploit, which is lawlessness. But you look up the word, I meant to say 1 John 3 verse 4. You know, whosoever commits sin also transgress the law. So iniquity is going to ramp up more and more lawlessness, and that's what we're seeing in our world today. So seditions, uprisings, spiritual revenge, I see that a lot more and more this time. Matthew 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. But he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved, which is the service of prophecy and the Father us Israelites. Because it makes perfect sense. Because you read the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter, you know, the Heavenly Father revealed his secrets unto the service of prophets, the Israelites. So that showed that he's on the end of his people, the Israelites. So the one that's going to be saved is the Israelites. That's been the service of prophets and the Heavenly Father. This Matthew 24 verse 13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. But he that shall endure to the end shall be saved. This is the Israelites, the service of prophets and the Heavenly Father. Matthew 24 verse 14. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached unto all the world for the witness. Unto all nations and kings shall come. Right, the second chapter verse 5. The beginning of the end, the end of the manifest. That's why the gospel of the kingdom of the Heavenly Father and I will is being brought out throughout the four corners of earth. And the end shall come. That's what you say. They call them on the chapter. Bring up the Isaiah, then I'm closing out and walking out by shot. Matter of fact, I'll bring out 2 more scriptures. This Isaiah 64 verse 6. I have said, well, I can also should never go back into he that may fish for the Lord cannot by sight. So as us being subject to prophecy, that's why it has made us walk. Neither big or not, we should not hold our peace. He that may fish for the Lord. We got to continue to make fish for the Lord, cannot by sight. As we sit down with lessons, as we do on the total lessons, come out here, come out of this edges, lift up things, and come back out. We're not going to keep silent. We're going to continue to make mission of Heavenly Father, not back up. It's like our great forefathers did, which make a mission of Heavenly Father in that time. We're seeing this in our Tennessee too. It's Isaiah 6:27. And give him no rest until he establishes a Jerusalem and praise the earth. Right, give him no rest until he establishes a Jerusalem and praise the earth. Because Jerusalem is a people for the place, which is us in this country. It's Isaiah.
No, I haven't heard it.
Got this Isaiah. Got Isaiah 11 verse 10. It says, "In that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for the ensign of the people. So it shall be Gentiles seen. Transgression of the borders." Talk about the Savior. 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day. Isaiah 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord house shall stand the second time to the covenant remember. It shall be Isaiah 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord house shall stand the second time to the covenant remember. And it shall be from Syria, and from Egypt, and from Paphos, and from Cush, and from Elam, from Shinar, and from Ham, from Isaac the city. Isaiah 11 verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations. I shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 11 verse 13. It says, "The enemy also of the people shall be called, and the adversary of Judah shall be called home. It says, evil should not enter to it, and children should not rest evil. Isaiah 11:14, they shall fly upon the shoulders of the sea. It said that they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. And they shall spoil of the east together, and they shall lay it from the north. And the children of Ammon shall labor. Isaiah 11:15. It says, the Lord the house shall never destroy himself. With his mighty hand shall he shake his hand on the earth, and shall smite the seven streams to make man go to that shore. The prophet Isaiah chapter 16. There shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, left from Syria, like as it was in the day that he came out of Egypt. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out through Spirit, Power, Verse, and Worship, and highlight our shot on this Friday afternoon, June 21st, 2024, on this Friday afternoon, downtown Chicago, out on the highways and hedges, and let's concourse, and the water out on the shout once more, giving us a chance to go out and do so. And shout out to you again, y'all brothers, shout out, and walk down to the door, shout out. And with that, I'd like to give all praise and say glory and honor to Yahweh Shuk, Yahweh Shai, Shuk, Kash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, his unbegotten Son, Hashem, and Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Hebrew Hebrew, and that's my gospel tongue. I say, Barak Thumb to the elders, until next time, I would say, and shout out to that brother Yahweh that comes to the scene just from between. I'm going to be back at it again with round two. Until next time, say shalom.